This is outstanding. Hi, everyone. It is me, Luna here. And today I'm going to talk about how I, you know, met Sailor Moon, Serena. Now, a lot of you folks know that the way I met Sailor Moon, Serena doesn't really shift that much from the books or the drawing films or the drawing show. And many offshoots of myself, I am mostly either a black or a blue cat. Now, that would have been as far as Toei fought, or as far as Deacon Cloverway fought, but the folks at Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment made me a white cat, but whatever. So, a lot of folks might wonder, how did I go by? What was my first thoughts of meeting her? Well, meeting her in 9 between 92 YL, which would make Lisa Puppy 32 years ago, and some kids had somehow put tape over my half moon on my forehead. Why? Do not know. It's only offshooted in the 9 between 90 Sailor Moon. It doesn't come up anywhere in the books. And even the live show that was done from the end of 2003 YL to 2004 YL, it's not brought up at all. And after Serena takes the band-aid off me, I know she was the one. Well, I didn't know at the time. Later on, I am meeting her and she thinks that she's dreaming. And no way that a cat can talk. God doesn't let dogs and cats talk. And she kept thinking it was a dream till I gave her her first shape-shifting tool and told her to say moon around might. And then she became Sailor Moon. And after that, the rest was yesteryear, as they want to say. You know, dealing with Serena Sailor Moon over 32 years can be irksome from time to time. I had to deal with her either being a ditz or a klutz or a saw baby, or not taking things earnest when she should have taken them earnest. But yeah, Serena, Sailor Moon, whatever you want to call her, does grow up over the four followings of the show. Why I said four? Because Deke only had the rights to the first two, and Cloverways had the right to the third and the fourth, and Pioneer had the rights to the films. We aren't really talking about Viz, because Viz had the rights to all the shit, but yeah, this Fairway's about the Deke and Cloverway work, not the Viz work. So anyway, and over time I would also give her other tools, like the shape-shifting tool. Not the tool that lets her shape-shift into Sailor Moon, but the other tool that lets her shape-shift into herself, which she's only done it here and there. And later on, I'd have to give hand reckoners out, mostly to Amy when I think she was Sailor Mercury or Sailor Quicksilver. A stick out when we learned that Ray was Sailor Mars or Sailor Red World. And same thing we learned Leto was Sailor Jupiter or Sailor King World. Well, you see Mina had already met up with Artemis, so she already was Sailor Venus, Sailor Hell World. And as far as Darien Tuxedo Max go, well, we didn't really waken him up at all. As far as the Outers, well, the Outers showed up on their own, so we didn't really have anything to do with how they awakened or what tools they got. Now, I know a lot of folks out there might also say, is that how can me, a cat that has been alive for about 32 years, since 9 between 92 YL, or he didn't go a little more older than that, if we're going back to the Moon Kingdom, how could I still be alive now? And how could I still be alive many years in the 30th hundred year. And new heaven, when Serena, Sailor Moon, becomes young Queen Serenity, and when Darien becomes King Endymion of New Heaven. And how did you and Artemis even get wedlocked and have a child named Diana, which you don't know anything about until the fourth following? And are we ever going to get Diana's doll? Well, yes, one day we will get Diana's doll. Now, I don't have all the answers for you. All right. Some folks say we came from another world called Mao, whatever it's called, and that we came to the moon. And in my past life, I was a first wicker to Queen Serenity when she was the queen of the Moon Kingdom. And same thing with Artemis, too. But dealing with Sailor Moon Serena over the Deke years, between 95 YL till between 98 YL, and the Cloverway years, 2000 YL, and the Pioneer years, 2000 YL, was not the same way of dealing with Sailor Moon Serena, or should I say Victoria, in the Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment years, between 94 YL. Because in that take of it, I was a white cat, not a black cat, not a blue cat. And in that take of Sailor Moon, her name was not Serena, which is a Latinist borrowed name. It was Victoria, another Latinist borrowed name. And in that take, I was a white cat. And I don't know how she grew up. I don't know what happened, because there was only one film, one following, one saga ever got made. So your guess is good as mine how that played out like. And as far as the Viz years, which would have been 2004 between YL to 2024 YL, which we're not really talking about that, because let's be earnest. Usagi's Sailor Moon is not the Sailor Moon we're talking about. We're talking about Serena Sailor Moon. So anyway, it's a dare to be dealing with Serena Sailor Moon after all of those years. But somehow I still put up with her. And she's come a long way from being that four-between-year-old betweener who, like to, read funny books, play film games, sleep and eat too much, and supposedly not take her learning earnest enough. Becoming, Sailor Moon, the fighter of right and good, and becoming one of the well-onlooked followers of the 4-1 bonds of good. I like to think that at the end of the day, God and Jesus made me meet her for a good sake and ground. Anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made earlier this morning when Sailor Moon Serena talked about why we'll never take YouTube or UA up on their mateship. Luna, and don't forget to share and playlist and thumb up this film. Don't forget to hit that bind to follow us and hit the ringer too, because it'll also sometimes let you know when the next upload, live stream, or short's been done. Luna, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now I was doing this shit again.